Hello everybody, welcome to the Boss Cave. I am the boss, and today with me all I have is Marsh.
Wow, it sounds so depressing. Like, oh, I only
It's
have March
cause
here.
I rushed this one and nobody would come. Nobody's coming here.
Yeah, I'm not
Fezza
surprised.
might show up a little bit later, but who knows? So I got some video game news to talk about, and then we can talk about our week because we didn't stream on Monday because I had preoccupied stuff to do. Um, and then we can go on to Fanfic Fridays. If you would like to send us a fanfic for us to read on Fanfic Fridays, go to the Discord link below this channel and below in the description for those watching on YouTube, and submit it through to the fanfics section in that Discord. And to answer your question, Cyrus, if you get Twitch Prime, not only do you get access to more stuff. Say, for instance, like you want to you want to see a streamer have a sponsored stream. You can become a sponsor for free using Twitch Prime, and you can subscribe to as many people as you would like with Twitch Prime for virtually nothing. I mean, you're just paying for the service of subscribing, and they get money, they make money, and you get their fresh content. You get subscriber only stuff. If you subscribe to me, then I will love you eternally forever. And yeah. Well, then you need to go subscribe to some people's. If you have Twitch Prime, it should show up in the chat, but I don't see a Twitch Prime logo on you, so you might want to check that out. So, we're gonna change it over to the news. Marsh, you got anything to say? You got
What? Oh,
anything?
in
You got
my
any
life?
news to bring up before I get into the gaming news?
What do you mean news? Like in my life or what?
Yes, because
Ah,
after the bombshell you fucking dropped on us last week, everybody wants to know, like, what the fuck is going on?
um, for starters, I'm not. Oh, for starters, I am. I have not. I keep forgetting to email them, like you say.
Oh,
Secondly,
sorry, hang on. Chad wants in. I'm
oh,
stupid,
okay.
and Chad, hang on, Chad.
Um,
Everybody, welcome. Hang on.
hang
Wait.
on, hang.
On the edge of your seat. Everybody, welcome him. He's coming in right now as soon as he fucking answers the Discord.
Yes,
It's
sir.
Chad. There we go. Chad, welcome to the podcast. We was about to just get into the stuff about the news, the news.
Are you about so, or what you're saying is we're about to get right into the
Don't.
But I haven't been
Keemstar.
able
Don't
to
kill us.
email them.
No, I want to
But
fight Keemstar.
one thing I've been doing I have this entire week except Monday and Thursday I did an anti-bullying.
Thursday. Yeah.
I was
Thirsty.
participating and speaking about
Oh
bullying
shit.
and telling what.
Nothing.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But as well as telling about middle schoolers not
Nobody
to
sees
bully each
this.
other. And so it was pretty great because I got to perform in front of a large audience and get over my stage fright a bit, as well as secondly,
Nobody saw that.
in some of the performances we weren't able to do a skit, but we were able to talk about bullying itself still. And I think that we were actually able to get to some students to a point that we, the cast, as well as the kids, ended up crying a lot.
Yikes. That's really
Yeah.
nice. But at the same time,
Man.
like, yeah.
And then I'm going to Another news is that I'm possibly gonna be moving soon, but the thing is, I might end up doing some other plans to stay with Isabel. I'm gonna try and update my commission prices because of this.
Ooh.
Hey, where can they commission you again, by the way? Just gonna...
Yeah.
Where they gonna commission you again?
On
Mm-hmm.
my Tumblr because I'm too lazy to
On
copy paste.
her Tumblr. And what is that Tumblr that they can find you at?
Do I have to find my link or something?
I'm
Or
already...
Yes, you have to find your link.
Yes,
right
you have to
now.
fucking find your link. If you want money...
Find your Zelda protagonist, dang it.
Bad joke.
What?
You love
Shut
it,
up.
huh?
Shut up. You already have it linked in your freaking YouTubes. So
Yeah, but people who don't have it, you know, fucking in the chat.
Do you want me to grab it from the description?
Yeah.
Guys,
I've
I'll
already
grab
done it.
There
I've
you go.
already done it. I've already done it.
There, you could go over there.
There you go, everyone. Follow Marsh there. And
Follow
commission her,
Marsh
commission her
there.
now.
Commission her. She does really great art. She did the art of my icon and her icon on the podcast. You can tell she's a fucking amazing artist, and I love her with all my heart. Hi, Naru. Get in the fucking podcast, you cunt.
Freaking lies.
Can't you feel the love? Can't you feel the love tonight? I certainly can.
Alright.
Yeah,
What else? What else you got for the news, Marsh and or Chad? Because I'm about to start talking about video game news.
I think Chad should go next because I pretty much summed up everything.
Okay, Naru. If you're writing a paper, then you're writing a paper. You can listen to our soothing voices talk about utter trite. Go ahead, Chad.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So my weeks since I haven't been here for a while, it's been pretty alright. Work, that general sort of thing. Having to diffuse situations at work and dealing with psychological trauma, you know.
Yeah. That's the way it be.
But gosh, okay. Tell me if this sounds right to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my job is I'm a live-in caretaker for people, right?
Yeah.
Now, tell me, of course, night staff, which I was working night staff third shift, is responsible for preparing the meat for the next day, right?
The meat.
The meat. So, tell me, if something's on the menu and I prepare that meat,
okay,
but they come back around the next week and told me, no, I was supposed to prepare the other meat, even though I was not given an email or a notification, or nor was it replaced on the menu.
Okay.
And I get in trouble and have to pay out of pocket for that. Does that sound a-okay?
No,
Certainly
absolutely not.
The good news is they stopped bothering me because I laid down the law. So,
Well, you did nothing wrong.
Exactly, because I wasn't going to pay out of pocket for that. And they couldn't really do anything about it, so.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'll tell a little bit about my week. My week, it snowed 2 feet over here in Virginia, so I haven't gone back to school in 2 weeks.
Wow.
Oof.
I've been doing nothing but homework. That's about it. I haven't even been streaming all that much because of homework. And the times that I have gotten energy in order to stream, I just haven't been streaming. Because streaming, believe it or not, takes a lot of energy.
No, I believe it.
I believe it.
Why do you think I don't do it?
You're welcome, Cyrus. Thanks for that follow. But, it's just like, I think I went back to, no, I don't even go back to school on Friday because I don't have classes on Friday. But, like, and I've also been searching for a job, but that's been difficult, as you know how it is to search for those jobs.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's just like, businesses, you'll apply for somewhere, and like they'll send you, like, maybe they'll send you back an email saying like, oh yeah, thanks for applying and everything, and then sometimes they're just like, nah, fuck you.
You gotta know somebody there. That's the only way to get hired.
Yeah, and I alright, so at the local store, I'm not gonna say which one because I don't want to get in trouble, but there's a local store that my father's friend works for that I'm trying to get hired at, and I have yet to hear anything back, and I put my application in like Friday last week. It's been a week and I hadn't heard a damn thing from him. So there's hope for me yet, guys. If you know
Well, I got a tip
if
if
you
you
know
want it.
if well, see the thing is if I can get enough money through my stream, then I will no longer have to go to work. And if I can say that, look, mom and dad, I actually do get money from my stream, they might just say, you know what, Grant, you can be a streamer for the rest of your life, and I'll be exceedingly happy. But that's not going to happen for a while, because I only rake in like 1% of my total followers in terms of retained views.
Oh,
But, you know, if you'd like to help out the podcast at all, or help out me stream more often and better, then you can get that old donate link, good old smack with some money. Also,
good old.
as I've said before on the podcast, any donations on the podcast go directly back to these fucks that are with me as guests.
Yeah.
I don't take in any money.
Ooh.
I don't take in any money. Well, I take in a percentage of the money donated to the podcast to make the podcast better. But other than that, I like to pay my friends here who are, you know, helping me get great content and everything. So, on to the news after I've been done shilling.
We're the greatest content there is.
Aww. Incorrect, but aww.
Why do you gotta lie to
You
him
know
like
what?
that?
You know what? You wanna-
It's
you wanna
sweet,
get
but you ain't gotta lie to him like that.
Ah, something is making noises. Something is making noise on my fucking... Okay, that was fucking creepy. Something was making noises.
I'm in your trash can right now, boy.
I don't know if the stream heard that, but something was making noises on my on all the articles I have pulled up for the news today.
Oh.
It's me, boy.
Oh.
Alrighty. So, in the news today, real rip me. Like I said, you gotta donate to make it better, so I can, you know, stop being dumb. It did sound like Overwatch. I don't know what it was. I just closed all my tabs by accident.
Got that Overwatch SFM going right now?
Yeah, it's porn. But
Oh.
Yeah, boy.
So, first in the news today, everybody's most hated video game got a mobile version.
What's that? PUBG?
PUBG got a mobile version.
I wouldn't say most hated.
I don't like PUBG.
I mean,
No.
I don't either, but I wouldn't say I hate it.
I think the most offensive thing that PUBG ever does is that they say they're a cross between Minecraft and Left 4 Dead. And I just go, no.
What? They said that?
Yeah, I'll send you the link.
Wouldn't that be Fortnite?
Yeah. Well, Fortnite's actually got buildings in it. But, so yes, the game is coming to the Google Play Store, iOS, and Apple App Store. And the minimum requirements are you have to have the Android 5.1 or higher and 2 gigabytes of RAM. On a Samsung Galaxy Note 8, the people that I've pulled these articles from say that there is no latency, there's no problems in terms of lag or anything.
Oh,
And so-
chilling, are we?
And so, well, you know, I'm just... And then for Apple, some people have said that something like an iPhone 5S has not been running the game all that good, but iPads and anything above that should work. But you know, it's Apple, so it's not meant to game. But
It's just meant to sit there and look pretty.
PUBG has a lot of stuff going for it that is good. I do actually like. I know I say I don't like PUBG and everything, but like it's actually a fantastic game if you love it, and I won't hate on any video games unless they deserve hate. But the one thing I will hate on is that the gameplay itself is fine. I mean, it's basically just toned down PUBG in terms of graphics and everything, and the game itself is free. Let me say that again. The game itself is free on Apple, on mobile stores. Think about that for a moment. And just remember that there are reasons why games are free on mobile.
Yep.
There's a microtransaction for all the gun skins. There's a microtransaction for all the weapon skins. There's a microtransaction for all the knife and melee skins. There's a weapon transaction for all the...
300 for a knife, boys.
There's a weapon transaction for... weapon transaction. There's a microtransaction for clothes that you can wear. There's microtransaction for the color of your cars. There's microtransactions for what it says at the end of the gameplay if you win. There's microtransactions for everything. And there's no loot boxes, but there's microtransactions everywhere on this game. And not only is that bad, but it also excessively drains your battery. Like to the point where, like, you're playing like, let's see, you're playing like Minecraft mobile version. Got that. You can last for that about maybe 2 hours on your tablet or something. This game, they have a fully charged Apple iPad 2, 100% charged, and they said that they only got around 45 minutes of gameplay.
Jesus.
Woof.
That
Wait, 45
is
minutes of gameplay?
so bad.
How much
45
rounds
minutes
do
of
you
gameplay.
have
You can
there?
probably get maybe like 2 or 3 at best. Oh yeah, I'm not a patron yet. Not patron, but what's it
Yeah,
called?
no, you can't
I'm not
subscribe,
a-
but you can donate to Big Boss or
You can.
Twitch. You get the idea. You're
You
here
get the
already.
idea. Because I'm not partnered yet with Twitch. Although I'm on my way there. I've already have like 9 out of the required 10. The only problem is that I don't have retained viewers.
We're gonna get there. You know that, right?
I know. Aw. If you did, I would have loved you forever. But
But for now, you can only do with his like and respect.
yeah, for now you can only do with one free suck that you get with every donation.
One free stuff.
The one free suck. But yeah. It's just like, I don't have a problem with mobile gaming at all. In fact, I think it opens up the wider audience to be able to game.
Who's lying about me in the chat?
That's Will. But
You.
I think mobile gaming as a whole needs to advance a lot more before it is able to call itself a true gaming platform. There's way too much microtransaction scammy kind of bullshit that goes around when parents are like, I'll just I'll just download a free game or something and then just give it to my kids because I want them to be quiet, and then the kids get in there and they play like Clash of Clans or some stuff, and they're just like, oh, I'm gonna build everything, and then
Hey,
they wait,
booster packs.
and then they wait. And they're like, I don't want to
Stop
wait.
telling everybody.
I don't want to wait, so I'm gonna press this little button over here and spend some money. And then the parents beat them because they've got $1,000 on their credit card. And it cycles the violence. And I think that as a whole, they really need to crack down on that kind of content on not only Google Play and Apple, but like just mobile content in general. Now, for me, I like playing like Minecraft Mobile Edition. I have it downloaded on my phone. It's like 99¢ or something. I'm fine with that because like I like Minecraft, even though it's that stigmatization. I don't play it with anybody besides myself. I just no, unless I'm playing with friends, which I might do. I might put up a straw poll in the Discord. Go below if you want the link to the Discord. It's a big bold thing that says Discord. But like I don't know. Minecraft is fine. It's just once you get past the community of it, it's a good game. Just like Undertale. So, in other news.
The sand shell.
Other news. So, Blizzard, Riot, Twitch, Fair Play Alliance has now come into existence. Something that has been my bane of my existence forever. Toxicity in games has been something that I've ranted about before, and I will continue to rant about until this problem is curbed. So, Blizzard, Riot, Twitch, and 30 other companies have signed something called the Fair Play Alliance Agreement to crack down on toxicity in video games. stuff as such as death threats, horrendous language,
Mm-hmm.
other such toxic things. They don't list exactly specifics, but I mean, we've all had that point. We've all had that point where it's just like somebody you're playing a game of Overwatch with your friends or something. You're playing, some like Hearthstone or whatever, and not Hearthstone, but you're playing some type of game, playing League of Legends.
Why would you?
Yeah, why would you?
Stares itself.
I saw you playing League of Legends at 3 a.m. Don't lie, Chad.
I mean, you know what? I do it, but I'm not happy about it.
Yeah.
Even though I actually am, they're fixing it. Hooray.
But so this Fair Play Alliance is supposed to implement game mechanics and chat mechanics to curb such horrendous things. So that means more filtered words, more bans for people who break these terms of rules, and it looks like they're going to IP ban them. Sometimes IP ban people permanently from video games, from their certain video game, as long as they are being toxic. So even Twitch has jumped on the board. So there's no longer going to be like people harassing other people, saying like, "Oh yeah, go onto that guy's stream and like just shit talk him and all that stuff." And it's going to be hopefully a good thing for the community, but at the same time, I have my reservations. One, because Blizzard was the first person to sign it. And we all know Blizzard ain't the best at really doing anything about their fan base, because those people that are
play nice.
those guys that are at the most toxic in the fucking Overwatch community are the same ones that buy like 30,000 loot boxes just to get that one Ana skin where you can see her ass better. Like, or Naru.
What, they don't like the old woman skin? How dare they?
Or
Get
Naru.
outta here.
Or Naru, as I would say. Because he's a really... No, I'm joking. But,
He's going to show up and kill you.
I hope he does.
Come here and like freaking just grab you by the throat and just like slam you on the table or something.
Yes, but the toxicity behind a lot of video games should be hopefully coming to an end soon. Although, the first time I ever played League of Legends, I will tell this story as many times as I need to, but the first time I played League of Legends, I picked an off character, and I got harassed by a guy for the next 2 years after I played that game.
This is true.
Because he just hated me that much for picking an off character.
Which should not even be an issue. It was even a bots game, I would assume.
I have no idea. It
was more than likely a bots game.
I just remember never ever wanting to play it again after that.
And you see, this is how we lose good people in a game that could have been possibly good.
Yeah.
Even though it's improving.
But anyways, so on to from hopeful news to some depressing news. Star Wars, the mad motherfuckers at Disney gave EA the license to Star Wars again.
What is it, because they rolled back the loot boxes and are like, hey guys,
I'm just gonna read you a few words and tell me when. Just tell me when I need to stop before you already don't have faith in this game. Ready?
All right, hit me up with that.
Star Wars open world game.
Isn't there already one, or did it get shut down?
No, it gets worse. It gets worse. Produced by EA. And developed by DICE.
Stop! No! I don't need this in my life. Not like this.
Chad, you're gonna die like this.
Yo, somebody already reserved my plot for me. I can't do this.
So, and all of this comes out of a of a job listing posted a few years ago by EA to try to look for some programmers and some lore experts for Star Wars, assuming that they were going to use that on Battlefront 2. However, they put out more job listings for people and everything. And it's just like, did you not learn your lesson the first time? Obviously you didn't, because you did it a second time. So, I don't understand what it is about Disney to where they can't say, we have billions of dollars, let's just make our own gaming company. And then, because like Disney Softworks, I believe, no longer exists. They made the Magic Mirror franchise, and that was a pretty good game, in my opinion.
Can't really fight against that one.
Yeah. They also made, I think, Disney Mickey in the
Epic Mickey or whatever.
Yeah, Epic Mickey. They made Epic Mickey too, which is also a really good game.
Again,
and hi, Fezza.
great. Oh, how you doing, Fez?
So, I don't have any faith in this game. DICE plus EA, and like. Go ahead, Chad.
You know what? Just can I add something here in the gaming news real quick, just to curb the depression here?
Yeah. Wait, there is a small. That's why I said Epic Mickey 1. But there's a small.
We don't talk about 2 in this house.
Light at the end of this horrible tunnel.
Is it death?
But it's just something that you need to think about. Disney took away some of the rights to make video games from EA. Instead of EA having sole right over to make video games on Star Wars, they gave some of it to developers. And Titanfall, the people who made Titanfall 1 and Titanfall 2, Respawn is making a Star Wars game of their own.
Oh.
So we might have a good Star Wars game come out soon. We don't know anything about it other than the fact that Respawn has bought some of the rights to make a Star Wars game.
I expect them to recycle some of their mechanics or whatever from Titanfall.
Oh, I hope they do. Titanfall 2 is a fucking amazing game.
I want force wall running. Is that too much to ask?
Absolutely not. You know what I want? I don't want giant mechs. I mean, that would be cool to see a giant AT-AT come flying out of the sky and just like start stomping on people. That would be fucking cool.
No, I want to cut it down.
No, hang on. I think there should be missions where you can have AT-AT walkers come out and like people piloting and stuff. And like you have a small group of rebels and Jedis come out and, you know, cut them to pieces and everything. But what I want is like a duel mode where you get like 5 Sith, 5 Jedis or rebels, depending upon what you want to play, and they're on a small map. They're on a small map from the movies, like a battle on the Death Star, in the Emperor's room, a battle in the Millennium Falcon. Even that would be fucking cool. On Endor, everything. That would be what I want from them, because I trust Respawn. They're on my small group of people of companies that I can trust with basically anything because of Titanfall 1 and Titanfall 2. They could
absolutely
make anything.
And especially because of 2.
And yeah, 2
2 is just
what I want them to do is pull another Titanfall. I want them to push out a multiplayer only game first to get people's attention, and then I want them to go, you ain't seen nothing yet. Clap, clap, hold the hands together, and then just produce a masterpiece. Because I'm not a big fan of the ultra modernistic, realistic shooter genre.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Call of Duty all that much. I was a fan of Battlefield for a little bit because I thought it was more fun because you had big tanks and cars that you could do stuff. I like more modest shooting games like Overwatch and TF2 and well, that's really about it. But those games to me appeal much more because I feel like I have a bigger impact and not a bigger score. I can have a bigger
Yeah.
impact on the gameplay itself, how other people react. If I'm if I'm a heavy and I'm just sitting there as a brick fucking wall that the other team cannot get past to push the payload, then that's going to change the game. People are going to try to flank me. There's going to be spies coming after me. Snipers are going to try to take their heads off of me. Maybe somebody will switch to medic. I doubt it. But somebody's going to switch to medic and heal me to keep that wall up. That's how a gameplay is transformed into a different thing. Battlefield doesn't do that. Battlefield, you pick a guy off, you know, alright, congratulations, you shot a guy. On to the next one. Shoot another guy. Does it matter? Does it care? Does it make the gameplay any less overarching? Sure, you can hold down a defense point maybe in Battlefield, but it doesn't feel like you're actually changing the game because other people will just go to the other defense points. And I'm not saying that I'm not saying Battlefield is a bad game. Just Battlefield 1 is a bad game. But in Titanfall 2, I don't feel that. You know why? Because I have a giant ass fucking mech. When that comes down, everybody stops what they're fucking doing and go, oh shit, he's got a giant ass mech. I'm gonna go fuck him up. Like, I'm gonna go run, or I'm gonna go try to fuck him up. And that's what makes it so much fun for me. Alright. Anyways,
Now,
getting off that. Chad, what did you have to say? What did you have to say,
On the lighter
Chad?
gaming news, if you don't have faith in that Star Wars like open world game, just go play Dragon Ball Heroes Online. At least it's functioning, and it's fan produced, so you know the love's gonna be there. It just is.
Just go play Dragon Ball Fighters.
You know, just go play Dragon Ball Fighters.
Yeah, just
play
go
Monster Hunter. Play Bloodborne. Play Dark Souls. Right now. Go do it right now.
play Persona 5 while you're at it too.
What rings you got?
Alright, and the last bit of our gaming news is something that I think is going to be incredibly stupid in the long run.
Oh, hit me.
But it may actually save some companies in the short term.
Oh.
Cryptocurrency. Y'all heard of it? Bitcoin?
Can we not?
Mute your mic, Marsh, real quick. But, Bitcoin is coming to gaming.
Oh.
Yes, there are certain companies that are starting to use Bitcoin instead of money, because there's so many things. People who have already implemented this are Steam. Or sorry,
Really?
no, Steam has not implemented yet, but they're thinking of implementing it. I read the wrong line.
Oh, okay.
But people have been trying to implement it for a long time. There are certain game sites that will sell it using Bitcoin, such as Let me say that again. Crycash and Mego Games that are using blockchain and cryptocurrency in order to purchase games. And not only are the games themselves being sold and bought using Bitcoin, but in-game items are being used with Bitcoin. So, say for instance, the Steam trading market. Y'all are familiar with that, right?
Oh yeah.
So there was a scam a little bit long. It's not a little bit long ago, but a little bit ago, where people would go out and they would abuse transaction rates on Steam.
Ooh,
Where
really?
they would go onto Ukrainian or Vietnamese or somewhere where their money is not as valuable as dollars or pounds or euros, and they would buy items super cheap. Like they would buy a $50 item for CS:GO for like $2, and then transfer it
Flip
from
a profit on it.
and then yes, they would transfer it from that account that's registered in Ukraine to the American one and then sell it for higher. And so what Steam did to get around that is that they said, all right, well, not only are every single marketplace item gonna be automatically calculated to match the prices of U.S., pound, and all that stuff. They're gonna match them on the current conversion rates. That they're also going to add in a conversion rate themselves to say, hey, if you purchase something from a Ukrainian buyer or seller and then want it on your US account, that's going to be like 20 cents or however expensive the item is. So they did that back in like 2012 or something when the Steam Marketplace was starting to come out. And that's what I really can think of is going to happen with that kind of cryptocurrency stuff. Because people can just buy all these skins and everything for probably cheaper if people didn't know what the actual price was, and then sell them on these sites for like half a Bitcoin or something and just rake in the money. So it's going to be difficult to see how these certain companies that are springing up now use Bitcoin in terms of in-game items. And as far as I know right now, there is no major video game or even minor video game that uses cryptocurrency as a microtransaction payment system. So we can just thank God for that.
For now.
For now. Alright. Well, that's the news. You've just been informed or something like that.
I was on mute for a while.
It's fine, Marsh.
We understand.
We understand. So, we got about an hour left of the show.
Are we gonna read that one thing?
We're gonna read something. If you'd like to.
What about what Fezza had tried to get us to read last time?
We can read that. We can read My Immortal.
Post that.
We can read My Immortal.
So I can follow along.
Is it already posted in
Is it in fanfics?
You want me to do the Philip DeFranco outro? I've watched Philip DeFranco enough to know what it is. So it's you've just been filled in. I love your faces, and I'll see you next time. That's Philip DeFranco's outro. I love that guy.
House.
I love that. What are you talking about? He's awesome. But
I wouldn't know, honestly.
The My Immortal.
I'm just a dingus.
Yeah. But My Immortal. Let me just grab it real quick. Ebony Darkness Way. You already know who it is. Oof. This is gonna kill us.
Hold on.
We'll be reading maybe a few chapters of it on this podcast.
How many chapters? Hello?
44.
Excuse me.
It has 44 chapters as the current moment. We are not gonna read the whole thing. It has 44 fucking chapters.
What is this?
It is the fanfic that spawned Twilight.
That spawned it?
Yes.
Spawned it.
Yes. The writer behind Twilight read this and then decided,
oh my gosh, I already see 50 Cent in here.
I'm gonna go write my own book called Twilight. So this directly inspired Twilight. And if I'm incorrect in that, please somebody yell at me in chat. But I'm fairly sure
somebody please do.
So I'm fairly sure that this is the one. I don't want to accept
this.
This is the one. I don't want to
accept it.
So let's talk about some other things before we get into that. What do y'all? Y'all have any topics you'd like to get off your chest?
Like a better fan fiction, like till the end of time.
No. We're gonna talk about something. We'll read it in the last 30 minutes unless we run out of topics.
Okay, fine. You know what I want to talk about?
Go ahead.
I want to talk about the update that Capcom did to Monster Hunter this past week here.
Okay.
So they released an old favorite monster back into the game called Devil Joe. Now, for those of you who don't know what Devil Joe is, he was the classic invader type monster where as soon as you entered high rank, which is you left the tutorial of the game, this guy would randomly show up on your quest and just screw it up for you. Like, let me explain something to you. you're hunting something like something small, like a bird thing or like a velociraptor sort of like deal, right? Then you hear this unfamiliar roar come from behind you, one louder than anything else you've ever heard.
That's not good.
You turn around and you're staring at something's feet. You look up and you just see this giant angry pickle T-Rex thing. This thing that is known as the World Eater. That is the Devil Joe. The reason why this thing is so dangerous is because not just because of its stupid physical strength, not because of the fact that its very steps shakes the ground and makes your character hard to control. Yes, Phaser, that's a good point. It kills the monsters you were hunting and will
serious? There's no way that's like not a Kojima production, because that seems like a Kojima production right there.
And
let me just make a gigantic fucking thing and then have it be like every time it moves you can't move proper.
Yeah, only on certain attacks, not like every time it moves, but like certain attacks.
I thought it was every time, because that would be such a Kojima move.
Nah, this ain't Sahelanthropus, boy. But
fuck that first fight with him.
No, I love it. But anyway, the entire deal is it will mostly happen on capture quests where you have to capture a monster instead of kill it, right? Well, Devil Joe will say, no, how about fuck you, and kill the thing and eat it in front of you on your like failure state screen, roaring all the way and still eating it as you sitting in the failure screen for like 10 seconds, taunting you. On top of that, this thing, gosh, this thing is borderline Elder Dragon status. Borderline. Because of the fact that, gosh, where do I begin? It's one of the non-dragons that have dragon element. Now, for those of you who don't know what dragon element does to your character, it takes away your elemental abilities.
Yeah, fuck them.
It lowers your it stops your critical hit. It just lowers your damage throughout, and it affects you for quite a while. This thing has dragon element when you take it off. Then there's the other version of it where it's always in rage mode and it has a rage beyond the rage. It literally goes further beyond. The decision that they made when they put it in Monster Hunter World is it's the only monster where if you put it in a pitfall trap, it will still fight back while in that pitfall trap. It doesn't care. If you cut off its tail and you want to carve from it, it'll kick you away from it to keep you from getting the carve and eat it to regain health or regain stamina and deny the carve.
Bro, this sounds so fucking overpowered. How do you beat it?
Here's how you beat it.
You don't.
No. And there's one other thing I gotta explain about it. Any other monster that enters the area, it doesn't matter what it is, with the exception of the good old B-52. I'm not gonna spoil that for anybody who hasn't gotten there yet. It will pick this monster up and use it as a weapon.
Oh.
So even Anjanath, big bad T-Rex boy, it will pick this thing up and sling it around at you, dealing like almost one hit.
What about the dragons? Does it do the dragons?
Oh, Rathalos ain't nothing. Rathalos ain't nothing to Devil Joe. Devil Joe hard counters Rathalos.
I meant what's the Nergigante?
No, he doesn't show up in the same quest as Nergigante. When an Elder Dragon shows up, it shows up by itself.
Okay, I was gonna be like,
unless you're doing an event quest.
I was gonna be like, that would be hilarious if Nergigante got destroyed by this giant thing.
Now, here's the thing about that. I feel like if they were like let off in an arena quest together, it might. It just might. But considering the fact that it's tied evenly with B-52, I doubt it. Oh, and Faisal wants me to talk about the freaking Rajang. They're probably going to add this later on because he's popular too. The Rajang is quite literally a walking Goku reference in Monster Hunter. It is a giant monkey gorilla thing with lightning abilities, right? When you put it in rage mode, its hair stands on end, crackling with electricity and turns gold.
Oh.
It has an electric spirit bomb that it just does when it doesn't want to deal with you or your team anymore. This thing carts entire teams. Now, those of you who don't know what that is, carting in Monster Hunter is getting KO'd. You're allowed 3 KOs per quest, unless it's a special quest where you only get like 2 or maybe 1, right? You have 4 people on your team. all 4 get one hit by this attack. You instant lose the quest.
Damn.
How do you feel?
I think I'd just turn the game off at that point and go play a different game.
But at least in this Monster Hunter, they made things a lot more fair. Like, especially Kieran. Like, everybody loved to hate Kieran, which is a unicorn elder dragon. Yes, I know, it sounds ridiculous. But hey, he majestic. I love fighting him now. Yeah, because this thing literally runs around the map, gores you with its horn, calls down lightning, summons lightning that strikes across the ground, not from the sky, but like literally sideways across the ground for area denial purposes.
Sounds cool.
This thing is a monster, and I love it. And I love breaking his horn off.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What I gotta have something to pick my teeth with.
I think one of my favorite what are those posts called? The shower thoughts one. But there's this one where it's like, imagine a guy that gets this super sword. Like it's the immortal sword of Azeroth or whatever. Like it's a super overpowered sword and everything. And like he just uses it to shave and like pick his teeth and like do remedial tasks with it.
Yeah, that's me.
And then when somebody comes in and tries to like threaten him, he's like, "You don't own that sword." The guy just pulls out a gun and shoots him. And I think about that a lot, cause I'm just like, what if you had this giant ass sword, like a Buster sword, but it was like a sword of legend that had like super magic powers or something, and you're just using it to fucking like shave your ass hair, and somebody rolls up on you. Somebody rolls up on you and is like, "I'm gonna take that sword from you." Just
pretty much.
That's just, to me, that is peak comedy.
Guess what? You've described Monster Hunter.
I'm pretty sure that they're gonna make a manga about that, because that would be hilarious.
Please let Studio Madhouse get it.
Oh, for animation? Yeah.
Absolutely let them get it. I want them to get it.
Let me talk about something else real quick. The Junji Ito collection. I watched all of it the other night.
I heard it wasn't that good.
It is a fucking sham. And
really? How bad? Hit me up with the beats.
The Junji Ito collection is as faithful an adaptation as any other thing. However, I'm going to compare it to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and Holes, because those are the two things that make a faithful adaptation good. Holes is a fantastic adaptation of the book, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a fantastic adaptation of the manga. So what makes a good adaptation? That is breathing life into still images on a manga. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure did that with the constant color changing, the fluid and inventive motion cameras, or camera motions, and it overall made it feel JoJo. When you go back and read the manga, and then watch the show, you're like, yes, this is basically as one-to-one as you can get it. However, going on like Holes pretty much took exactly the same approach, where they said, we're going to basically take all the dialogue from in the book and just use that as dialogue. And it's so good, because the book Holes is really, really good. Now, what makes a bad adaptation? Unfaithful source material and inept transferring from one media to the next.
Is it just like sloppily animated still?
Not only is it sloppily animated, but
I was just kidding, but okay.
But the still images that they have for the monsters, because Junji Ito likes to do this thing where the page turn and the monster is in the full manga cover, and that's the whole thing you see on the page is nothing but the monster. The monsters that come out, or the reveal of the terrifying presence that is built up with Junji Ito's books.
Pardon for them.
Okay, and the still images that they have of the monsters are piss poor quality at best. They basically like took a look at what Junji Ito did, because Junji Ito is a fantastic, amazing artist who will spend days on one picture just to get the point across that this is a monster that you are not fucking with. And they destroyed the quality of it.
Back.
Like there's one picture in particular that I cannot fathom messing up that bad, and it's the one called the neighbor next door, or the thing next door. And there's supposed to be this monster that hangs out the window to confront the protagonist of the story, the book. In the book, it's a whole page that is spent on just the details of this monster's face. And the face is so grotesque, and the eyes are so beady and little, and it's just such a fucking fantastic image that every time I look at it, I get uncomfortable. Even though that I know it's a piece of paper, I look at it and I'm like, fuck, that thing makes me unsettled.
Forbidden knowledge, right?
Yeah, it's basically a forbidden image. And
you mean this?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And
wow, that looks terrible in the anime.
Yes! It's so bone dry. It looks like somebody took a photocopy of it and then said, alright, let me just try my best.
And just color it in.
And just color it in, yeah. It looks so fucking horrible.
It's so lazy, no.
And then look at the original manga adaptation of it. Because like I said,
no, I'm looking at a comparison right now.
Junji Ito, he spends days drawing those images. And it looks like they spent 20 minutes. At best. Maybe a half hour. It's just the quality of it. Not only that, but the camera. When you're reading a manga, you don't expect movement all that much. Unless you're reading like an action shonen manga. Then you're it's par for the course. So, for this horror movie, or horror genre of a manga, it is so suspenseful without any motion, because every page you read leaves you breathless and motionless, almost afraid to turn the next page, which is why I love Junji Ito so much, because in no other media am I afraid to turn the next page and read the next part of the book. And that's what the suspense draws off of, is the fact that you are the one advancing the story. They do none of that. None of that in the actual anime. The still frames that they have show no character, show no personality. There's one scene in particular that I certainly despise, and it's the one where not only is the monster revealed to be a part of the family, because I'm not gonna spoil this story in its particular, but there's basically a girl. She keeps finding holes in her wall, and it turns out that it's actually somebody she's living with. I'm not gonna say who, but somebody she's living with that's poking the holes. And they sit down at dinner, and when at dinner they look around, and the girl in the manga looks almost schizophrenic. She is so frenzied. She is like, I know who did it, and they are sitting right there like nothing happened. Her face is finally putting all the pieces together of all the certain times that the holes have appeared in her wall, and that she's felt breathing in the air and everything. And it's just like, it's such a suspenseful moment in the manga, because it goes from one scene to the next, to the next, to the next, and then her face is so well drawn, because that's just Junji Ito. And in the anime, it's just a flat fucking static picture. There's no movement except for the guy putting food in his mouth. That's it. There is no movement whatsoever. There's no suspense. I almost was taken aback by it. I was like, all right, time for one of my favorite scenes. That was it. I was offended. I was attacked with that piss poor performance of it. And it if you've never read Junji Ito, and you have never been involved in eldritch horror or forbidden knowledge kind of stories, like H.P. Lovecraft, Cthulhu kind of deals, go read Junji Ito. It's a fantastic starting point. Go read The Spiral Effect. That one's a fucking fantastic book. It will make you afraid of a loop-de-loop. And no other person can do that but Junji Ito. And if you want something more traditional, like Lovecrafty, go read They Came from the Sea. It's horrendously racist, because H.P. Lovecraft was horrendously racist, but
That he was.
but
Victim of the times.
but it's also a really really good story, and they replace black people with fish people, so it's easier to read, but he's still a racist. But anyways, moving on topic wise. Are we ready for anything else? Do we have any other topics we want to discuss before we get into fanfics?
I got nothing here. So, alright, how are we going to handle this reading? We might as well...
What are we gonna do?
So,
How do we...
I'm going to post a link in chat for those who want to read along with us.
Who else wants to suffer?
I will also put it in the description below the video.
I'll just grab a water bottle and just open the cold one with the boys while we do this.
Open a cold boy with the ones. But, I don't know how we're gonna destroy this.
So who wants to be the one,
Oh, I gotta read this intro.
who's the narrative?
I gotta...
Marsh.
Who wants to be the one? Me?
Marsh, you get to be... Oof. You get to be the main character.
Oh, of course.
And then, Chad, you get to be the narrator, and I will be everybody else.
Draco.
I'll be Draco Malfoy.
I can't believe that's just... It's just here. I never read it.
Okay,
Why is 50 Cent here?
Chad, I believe in you.
Oof.
So, Chad,
Oh.
And you also have to read. You also have to read the author's notes, please, Chad. All right.
Oh my
I'm
god.
reading my notes right now.
All right, everybody.
Okay.
Quiet on the set. Chad, take it away whenever you're ready.
My Immortal, Chapter 1. Author's note. Special fangs. Get it? Cause I'm gothic. To my GF. Ew, not in that way, Raven. Bloody tears. 666. For helping me with the story and spelling. You rock. Justin, you're the love of my depressing life. You rock too.
Everything is spelt with Z's, by the way.
And F's. Don't ask. Don't ask. Just look. MCR rocks. Anyway, do I just narrate her little monologue?
Yeah, you can wear it. You can wear it. You can narrate it.
Yeah, I can wear it all right. I'm gonna get a shirt with this entire fanfic on it.
Like the entire script of the B movie.
Hi, my name is Ebony Dark with an apostrophe Ness Dementia Raven Wade, and I have long black ebony hair. That's how I got my name. With purple streaks and red tips that reaches my mid back and icy blue eyes like limpid tears. And a lot of people tell me I look like Amy Lee. Author's note: if you don't know who she is, get the hell out of here.
Oh,
I'm not related to Gerard Wade, but I wish I was because he's a major fucking hottie. Oh!
If she was to bone her cousin.
I'm a vampire,
Yikes.
but my teeth are straight and white. I have pale white skin. I'm also a witch, and I go to a magic school called Hogwarts in England. When I'm in the 7th year, I'm 17. I'm a god, in case you couldn't tell. No! And I wear mostly black. I love Hot Topic, and I buy all my clothes from there. For example, today I was wearing a black corset with matching lace around it and a black leather mini. What's matching lace if it's black? I'm not even gonna.
Don't. Just keep going. Keep going.
Pink fishnets and black combat boots.
I'm gonna mute
I
myself.
was wearing black lipstick, white foundation, black eyeliner, and red eye. I was walking outside Hogwarts. It was snowing and raining, so there was no sun, which I was very happy about. A lot of preps stared at me. I put up my middle finger at them.
Hey, Ebony!
Shouted a voice. I looked up. It was Draco Malfoy!
what's up, Draco?
I asked.
Nothing.
he said shyly. But then I heard my friends call me. I had to go away.
What was the point of that interaction? What was the point of that interaction?
Don't let it set in. Don't let it set in.
Keep going, keep going.
Oh, I need a drink.
I'm gonna drink
Author's
too.
note. You know, I will wait till y'all get back with it.
No,
No, I'm muting myself so you don't hear me.
Okay. Author's note. Is it good? Please tell me, Fangs. Chapter 2. Author's note. Fangs to bloody tears. For helping me with the chapter.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
BTW prep, stop flaming my story, okay? I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
No, look in the middle. Look in the middle of the chapter break.
That's what I'm talking about. Between the chapter break. This is so edgy, bro.
I love the website too. It's so edgy. Keep going, keep going.
The next day, I woke up in my bedroom. It was snowing and raining again. I opened the door of my coffin and drank some blood from a bottle I had. My coffin was black ebony, no duh. And inside it was a hot pink velvet with black lace on it. I got out of my coffin and took it off.
She has lace on the entire coffin.
And took of my giant NCR t-shirt, which I use for pajamas. Instead, I put on a black leather dress, a pentagram necklace, combat boots, and black fishnets on. I put on 4 pairs of earrings in my pierced ears, and put my hair in a kind of messy bun. My friend Willow, author's note, Raven, this is you, woke up then and grinned at me. She flipped her long waist-length raven black hair with streaks and opened her forest green eyes. She put on her Marilyn Manson t-shirt with a black mini, fishnets, and pointy high-heeled boots. We put on our makeup, black lipstick, white foundation, and black eyeliner.
Hey, did you know? Did you know? I wanna fucking die.
Come on,
Dude,
man.
I'm right there.
We're gonna have to get to at least chapter 10 with the way
Okay,
these
Magma,
chapters
as
work.
a note,
Come on, Chad.
hold on, since they have a question, right? Well, you don't know. This is where Twilight came from.
Yes, this is a fanfic of, if you could not tell, Harry Potter, which the author of Twilight read, which made Twilight, and then Twilight got read by somebody who made 50 Shades of Grey.
Let's continue.
And then I read 50 Shades of Grey, and we don't.
You cut out when he fucking said that too.
Anyway,
Continue.
well, no, this is your dialogue, Grant.
Oh, OMFG! I saw you talking with Jay from Malfoy yesterday.
She said excitedly.
Yeah, so?
I said, blushing. Oh,
Do you like Draco?
she asked as we went out of the Slytherin common room in the Great Hall.
No, I so fucking don't.
I shouted.
Yeah, right.
She exclaimed. Just then Draco walked up to me.
Let me do my best, British person.
There is no such thing.
Oi.
He said.
Hi.
I replied flirtily. Kill me.
I guess what?
He said, oh no. Guess what, mate?
I'm gonna do it as an orc. I'll do it as an orc.
I asked.
Well, good show, and I'm having a concert in Hogsmeade.
He told me.
Oh my fucking god.
I screamed.
Continue, Chad.
I screamed. I love GC. They are my favorite band besides MCR.
Well, do you want to go with me?
He asked. I gasped.
Fucking my.
Chapter 3. Author's note. Stop flaming this story, prebs, okay? Otherwise, thanks to the Gothic people for the good review. Thanks again. Oh. Oh yeah, by BTW. I don't own this or the lyrics for Good Charlotte.
Ooh.
On the night of the concert, I put on my black lace-up boots with high heels. Underneath them were ripped red fishnets. Ooh,
No.
getting edgier!
Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking die.
Oh, we're getting into it.
Oh.
No pants, only fishnets.
No pants, no panties, fishnets.
Continue.
Then I put on a black leather mini dress with all this corset stuff on the back and front. I put on matching fishnets on my arm. Oh, we're expanding. We're expanding.
She
I
really likes
straightened my
fish.
hair.
She's gonna catch a fish. She's walking.
I straightened my hair and look all spiky. What?
What?
Okay, anyway, I felt a little depressed then, so I slipped one on my wrist.
Oh! Okay! Hey Twitch, this is just a fan figure reading. We're not promoting this at all. It killed Chad. It killed Chad.
Do you want me to continue for Chad?
No, I can do this. I can do this. I knew what I was getting myself into after the intro.
I'm reading ahead. It doesn't get any better.
I read a depressing book while I waited for it to stop bleeding, and I listened to some GC. Oh. I painted my nails black and put on tons of black eyeliner. Then I put on some black lipstick. I didn't put on foundation because I was pale anyway. So what stopped you from... I drank some human blood, so I was...
Wait. I have to know. If she's a vampire, how does...
Blood bank.
Because vampires... No.
Blood bank.
No, wait. Because vampires have superhuman healing factor. How the fuck does she cut herself and let it bleed? When she doesn't have blood.
For like 2 seconds.
Well,
She doesn't have blood.
You know what?
Continue.
You're safe now, my sweet child. I went outside. Draco was sitting there in front of his flying car. He was wearing a Simple Plan t-shirt. They would play at the show too. Baggy black skater pants, black nail polish, and a little eyeliner. Author's note: a lot faux cool boys wearing. Okay.
Marsh.
Hi, Draco.
That's not a depressed voice.
That is a depressed.
Draco.
I said in a depressed voice.
Boy, haven't I?
He said back. Walked to his flying black Mercedes Benz, and the license plate said, "Oh, guess what? 666." And flew to the place with the concert. On the way, we listened excitedly to Good Charlotte and Marilyn Manson, because it's not like you're gonna go to the show. But okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We smoked both. We both smoked cigarettes and drugs.
Jesus.
What drugs?
Twitch.
What kind?
Okay, Twitch. We do not promote this. Man. Okay.
I just love how it says "and drugs." Not any
Maybe
specific.
all of them.
Not any
No.
specific drug.
Boss, it's all
Just
of them.
all of them.
Every single- even crocodile.
Even-
Especially crocodile.
Even one that you have to inject. I understand. Keep going.
They smoked the injections. When we got there, we both hopped out of the car. We went to the mosh pit at the front of the stage and jumped up and down as we Good Charlotte. Do I have to do these?
I will do it.
Come on, you go check. Come on, Grant.
Come in cold. You're covered in blood. They're always so happy you've arrived. The doctor cuts your cord and hands it to your mom. She sets you free into this life.
Sang Joel. I don't own the lyrics to that song. Yeah, you mentioned that already. Marsh, please, let's go.
I forgot it was Joel is so fucking hot.
I said to Draco, pointing to him as he sung, filling the club with his amazing voice. Suddenly, Draco looks
I
sad.
thought they were at a concert hall, not a club.
Wrong.
I asked as we moshed to the music.
How do you
Then I
ask
caught
somebody
on.
when they're moshing? You can't ask anybody shit when they're moshing.
It's okay, just let it happen.
Alright, continue.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
you.
it's okay. I don't like him better than you.
I said.
Really? No, I can do
I
better
asked
than
Drake.
that. Let me run that line back.
Yeah, run it back.
Really?
Not much better. Then again, there's no such thing as a good accent.
Come on, go.
Really?
Asked
Go
Draco
back.
sensitively, and he put his arm around me, all protective.
Really?
I said.
Besides, I don't even know you, and he's going out with Hillary fucking I don't hate that woman.
I said disgustedly, thinking of her ugly blonde face.
Hey, don't talk to Hillary Duff like that.
Twitch, we're not sending people after Hillary Duff fanfiction. That night went on really well, and I had a good time. So did Draco. After the concert, we drank some beer and asked Benji and Joel for their
17.
autographs.
I thought she was
And-
17.
Look, it's Jotaro, it's fine.
Okay.
Just black out the beer on screen, it's fine.
And the cigarettes. And the drugs.
Except in the Blu-ray, you can show it all.
Keep going.
Come on, keep going.
And asked Benji and Joel for their autographs and photos with them. We got GC concert tees. Draco and I crawled back into the Mercedes-Benz, but Draco didn't go back into Hogwarts. Instead, we drove the car into the Forbidden Forest. Chapter 4! Author's note. I said stupid naming, okay? Ebony's name is Ebony, not Mary Sue, okay? Draco is so in love with her that he is acting different. They knew each other before, okay?
I just read ahead and...
No, you love it. Shut up. Shut up. We're doing this. You
I'm
made me do this.
gonna have to do a Dumbledore voice. And he says motherfucker.
Okay.
You're a motherfucking wizard, Harry.
You're a motherfucking wizard, Harry. Keep going.
Okay.
I shouted.
You think you are doing?
Draco didn't answer, but he stopped the flying car and walked out of. I walked out of it too curiously.
I can't. Fucking
What
I
I
can't with
asked
Marshall
angrily.
Ford.
You can do this. You got this.
I'm a professional. Of course I can do this. Ebony.
He asked. I snapped. Draco leaned in extra close. I looked into his gothic red eyes. He was wearing color,
Oh,
He was just burped
Which
in my fucking
revealed-
face.
which revealed so much depressing sorrow and evilness. And then I didn't feel mad anymore. And then suddenly, just as Draco.
What? Read that back real quick.
Okay, and then suddenly, just as Draco, hissed to be passionate. Yo, proofread though.
Yeah, didn't she have an editor too? She was talking about Raven or something.
Yeah, she
editing
was saying
work.
thanks to him and everything too.
What the
Wow.
fuck?
Draco climbed on top of me and we started
Weren't they?
to make out keenly
Wait a minute.
against the tree.
Wait a minute. How did somebody climb on top? He climbed on top of her like a fucking monkey.
He took of my top, and I took of his clothes. I even took of my bra. He then put his thingy into my you know what, and we did it for the first time.
oh God, I have to do it.
Oh my gosh, Grant, I see exactly what you're talking about.
Oh,
There you go. Oh! Oh!
I screamed. I was beginning to get an orgasm.
I'm
We
gonna
started to
fucking kill
kiss
myself.
everywhere, and my pale body became all warm. You're a vampire. That don't happen.
That doesn't happen.
And then
What the hell are you doing, motherfuckers?
it was Dumbledore.
No, there's so many fucking dots at the end that it was Dumbledore. Go ahead.
Chapter 5, artist, author, artist, no, I don't care anymore. Notes, stop flaming. If you flam, it means you're a prep or a poser. The only reason Dumbledore swore is because he had a headache, okay? And on top of that, he was mad at them for having said. P.S. I'm not updating until I get 5 good reviews.
Okay.
Draco made and Dumbledore made and Draco and I fought.
Read it again. Read it again.
Good lord.
Read it again.
Dumbledore made and Draco and I follow him. He kept shouting at us angrily.
That's not how you spell ludicrous. You ludicrous fools.
It is if you're talking about the rapper though.
That
He
is.
shouted.
Yeah.
I started to cry tears of blood.
And we lost Chad. Get some lulls in the chat, boy. Get some lulls in the chat for that.
Jesus.
I need a hug after this, man.
Come on, Chad, continue.
I just started to cry tears of face. Draco comforted me when we went back to the castle.
Capitals says.
When we went back to the castle, Dumbledore took us to Professor Snape and Professor McGonagall. I don't know this.
McGonagall. McGonagall. That's how they said it. That's how they said it in the fucking movie. So I'm just gonna go McDonald. And
I never watched one. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm gonna say that it's a spelling error on the author's part.
Okay, thank you. How do you? You know what? Never mind. McGonagall, who were both looking very angry.
We will have a sexual intercourse in information boys.
Are you just President Nixon now?
Yeah.
He yelled in a furious voice.
Alright, how did McDonald sound again? Why would you do such a thing, you mediocre dunkus? Dunces?
Asked Professor McGonagall.
Alright, hang on, let me do my best Snape. How dare you?
Demanded Professor Snape. And then Draco shrieked.
That's because all over.
That's a shriek?
That's about a shriek.
Do your best child streak. Do your best child streak.
Alright.
Oh, me?
Because all over!
There you go. Everyone was quiet. Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall still looked mad, but Professor Snape said,
Fine. Very well. You may go up to your rooms.
Draco and I went upstairs while the teachers glared at us. That's all they get?
Bruv, if I was caught fucking a girl in the woods at the middle of the night, and
I
my
would've got
teachers,
some dap.
and my teachers showed up on me, they'd be like, hey, just remember, you got class tomorrow, you probably shouldn't stay up too late.
Stay safe.
Are you okay, Ebony?
Draco asked me gently.
Oh, it's gently? Hang on. Are you okay, Ebony?
Bass boosted Draco.
I guess.
I lied. I went to the girls' brushed my teeth and my hair and changed it to a low-cut black floor-length dress with red lace all around it and black high heels. When I came out, Draco was standing in front of the bathroom. He started saying, I just want to live like good Charlotte. I was so flattered, even though he wasn't supposed to be there. We hugged and kissed. After that, we said goodnight, and he reluctantly went back into his room.
Bang, bang. Shot me dead. Oh, look at this page break again.
It's in every page break now.
Oh no.
It's not even a surprise. Authors or chapter 6. Authors note. She up preps, okay? P.S. I will not update up until you give me good reviews.
God.
Do you know, I feel like I've known somebody who would talk like that in real life.
Homestuck.
Maybe I'll tell that story someday, but this will be the last chapter we do for tonight.
Yeah, because I'm actually dying, right? I'm actually spitting up blood.
Also, the next chapter is called Bring Me to Life, so I don't want to read that yet.
We
Go ahead.
gotta save that for a rainy day.
Go ahead,
Anyway.
Chad?
Chad? Chad?
Chad? Uh-oh.
What do we do?
Uh-oh.
What do we do?
Chad?
He died before he could finish. Before he could.
Oh
continue his
no.
legacy.
He died before he continued it.
Hey, Chad.
Oh, he's there, he's alive, he's alive. We can hear you, we can hear
Can you
you.
hear me now?
We can hear you.
Come on.
Alright, the next day I woke up in my car. I put on a black mini skirt that was all ripped around the end and a matching top with red skulls all over it and high heel boots that were black. I put on 2 pairs of skull earrings and 2 crosses in my ears.
Oh, no.
I spray painted my hair with gold.
Oh
Where's
no.
the fish
No.
net, though, huh?
No.
I don't see the fishnet.
Spray painted!
No, wait,
Hair.
Chad, I need you to read the next line.
Oh no! Yo, this just hurt my soul. Hold on.
Read it, motherfucker.
In the Great Hall, I ate some Count Chocula blood instead of milk, and a glass of red blood.
As opposed to any other type of
What
blood.
other color? What other color is there?
Oh my god.
Suddenly, someone bumped into me. All the blood spilled over my top. Well, at least it matches now. I shouted angrily. I regretted saying it when I looked up because the pale face of a gothic boy with spiky black hair with red streaks in it.
That's
He
me
was wearing so
slamming
much.
my head on my
He
desk.
was wearing so much eyeliner that I was going down his face, and he was wearing black lipstick.
Oh.
He didn't have glasses anymore, and now he was wearing red. When did he have glasses? And now he was wearing red contact lenses, just like Draco.
You have no
and there was
idea,
no
Chad.
scar on. Oh no!
Yeah, Chad. It's him.
No!
Yeah, it's him.
He had a manly stubble on his chin.
He's 14.
He had a sexy English accent. He looked exactly like Joel Madden. He was so sexy that my body went all saw him kind of like an erection only on the girl, so I didn't get one, you sicko. Not unless you no what.
Come on, Grant.
What for Harry Potter? What should I do?
Just chap it up. No one cares anymore.
I'm so sorry, you fucking cunt.
There we go. He said in a shy voice.
It's alright. What's your name?
I questioned.
My name's Harry Potter, you fucking cunt. Although most people call me vampire these days, you fucking cunt.
He grumbled.
Why, asshole?
I exclaimed.
Because I love the taste of cunt and human blood.
He giggled.
I am a vampire!
I confessed. He whispered. I roared. We sat down to talk for a while, then Drew behind me and told me he had a surprise, so I went away with it. Okay, we're done. We're done for now.
No.
We're not doing this.
Okay.
I wanna get further now, kind of-
Okay. Okay. Please. I'm fucking.
For all 2 of you that stuck around, thank you. We
Oh
appreciate
my god.
it.
If
Now get out.
you stuck through it, give me a hell yeah in the chat. Because you guys are the true troopers. Fuck no. Give me a hell yeah in chat. But, oh my god, dude. I've heard stories about this fucking thing being bad. I had no idea it was that bad.
Tune in next week when we read Cupcakes by sprinkles.
Oh God,
I
no.
don't- We should probably handle this next week.
But we will read. m- 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 We'll read some more on next Fanfic Friday. Till then, guys.
Unless you guys send something in, well,
Yeah.
I
I really
will
want.
gladly read another Robbie Rotten before this.
Yeah, Robbie Rotten was so much better than this. But if you'd like to submit, remember you can just go to the Discord and submit it there. Where's the
In
Discord?
the fanfiction section, don't do it anywhere else, or we will find you,
And we
We
will
will find you.
and we will suck.
and we will hug you.
What?
And we will hug you.
What?
You heard me.
Okay. But anyways. Oh Jesus, that was fucking the
Oh.
worst. Just the absolute worst.
Oh, you know.
What do we
But-
do now, or do we do questions?
We
We
don't
suffer.
have enough time for questions.
Well, you've pushed the time beyond before, though.
All right, fine. We'll get a few questions. If you have a
All right,
question,
anybody in the chat, type question first, and then who's it addressed to, and then the actual question.
and
Yeah.
if you are on YouTube and you want to ask a question, go in the comments below and type out question and then your question. Also, who's it
And
for?
then subscribe and hit
And
that
then
notification
score.
bell.
And don't do that. And don't do drugs, kids. All right.
Please don't.
Find some questions
Oh.
in the chat while I go on to the YouTube to see if we have any questions.
Alrighty. So, y'all got any questions? Feel free. Don't be shy.
Don't be shy. We don't bite sometimes. What?
I mean, unless you ask me to. I mean,
Yeah, unless you ask us to.
oh, you got a question, boss, from Afioli2444. I wonder who that is.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, boss, why are you a hacker?
Fuck you. That's why.
Good answer. Okay, a question to us all.
If I could.
Question,
A question
to us all.
and then we'll go down the line in order as it is on screen. You know, the boss, Mark, and then me. Question to all: why did you subject yourself to this? Go.
Because views.
Because
Fair.
Grant won't, because this is the only way I'll be fed, as well as Grant, is holding me at gunpoint. You don't see it.
I was promised chicken nuggets, honestly. I still ain't got them. All right, any other questions?
I'm looking on the YouTubes and we haven't gotten any questions yet on YouTube. But it's okay.
No one likes us. It's fine.
It's okay.
Someday we'll overthrow the big dogs.
Yeah, Roman Reigns.
He's not even a factor though, so
He's a big dog though. He's the
He's not
big
even a
big
factor.
dog. Alright.
any other questions, or are we good, or what's up here?
Are we
Is
Gucci?
anyone even alive in the chat? I'm not
I don't
surprised
think
you're all-
anybody is because
I think after that we killed everyone. I think
I
Yeah.
think we have negative views now.
we have negative views. In
Yeah.
fact, people didn't subscribe to me. They subscribed to the anti-me. They what's the opposite? Anti-subscribed.
They subscribe to A&R Game.
Yeah.
Didn't Izzy or somebody draw your anti version or something? I forgot.
Oh no, she drew me as a skunk bat.
I thought that was your anti version, and I was like, dang, I didn't know Grant had an edgelord.
No, the anti-boss would just be a fruit bat.
Yeah, the anti-boss would just be a fruit bat that's also a femboy.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what? That's actually accurate.
Question to all: have you ever read anything worse than this? Yes.
I'm not sure if I have, honestly.
I think the worst I've read is does it have to be fanfiction?
No, it can be anything.
I think the worst thing I've read before is text messages from my friends, but
Mostly us.
Oh, yeah.
most likely you guys. but,
Actually, no. There was something worse that I read.
Oh no, role playing. No, role playing is like non-literate people.
Oh,
I've ever
that's the worst.
As well as like the fact that they tell me that my character has to already be married to theirs, even though I never role played with the person before. That's the worst.
Oh. I think the worst that I've ever read is my own writing.
You liar!
Liar! Get out of here!
What are you fishing for sympathy? Get out of here!
God!
Anyway, the worst thing that I actually read in this was and yes, I'm going to be banned for this. It was a fan fiction, an MLP fan fiction that somebody recommended. It was one that involved, well, I'll just say this, you'll know what it is. It's one that involves Spike, Rarity, it was terrible. You'll know which one it is.
The sad fact is I do.
Oh shit, fucking RC found me.
Tastes like fried.
Chad.
Well, anyways.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Y'all been great.
Thanks for tuning in. There's one thing in your life you never forget, boys. Just remember your first love, your first kick, and the first time the Rock slid across the ring before hitting people's elbow on the British Bulldog and SmackDown Live in September of 1999. I've been the boss. Who of you people?
I am Chad.
I'm Marsh, but I'm kind of dead inside after this whole.
We all are.
I'm more dead than you, Chad. You wanna fucking go? I'll stab you right now.
Let's go. End it for me right now.